Crafty Babes, Andrea here. I am back for another process video inside of my 2021-25 December Faves notebook. This is how I'm recording all of my December items this year. And I'm going to do a 2-page spread for you, kind of like a 2-page 6x8 layout with some 3x4 photos. I'm using a couple of selfies in a cute buffalo plaid sweatshirt or cardigan and some pink and red nails that I did for myself. And we are going to just make a little layout here, and we're going to play with some tone on tone because I am completely obsessed with tone on tone design. And we've got some really cute Felicity Jane vellum hearts from their Christmas kit, Bella, and some cards and printables from issue number 21. So we are going to have some fun and play around here. And as I was starting to put things together, I got a little idea that you're going to see over here on the right, where I'm kind of putting some tone on tone hearts on the Polaroids that come in issue number 21 printables. So that's another idea for another project, but we're moving on with this. And I'm starting to figure out kind of how I want things to be laid out. I've decided I want to do a couple of these hearts being layered. So I'm going to just tinker around a little bit and find some things to layer on top of these cards. And you'll see me move stuff around quite a bit. But I love this heart layered look where there's like a solid or a color and then like a pattern behind. And so since I was getting a little die cut happy, I decided to move a couple of these things around just so that it felt a little bit more balanced, because I know that I'm not going to do major clusters on all of the cards. So I wanted to kind of spread those out just so that it, again, felt a little bit more balanced. And now, I have added a little, the top of a glassine bag to the top of that pink card. So that will be a little fun thing. I'll pop something in there probably. And I was trying to put a little wood grain heart somewhere, but, I realized that there's number one, too many hearts. And number two, the cream color on that green calendar card really balances out nicely with the wood grain that's on the left. And that was my ultimate goal, was to try to get a little bit more of that warm tone on the right-hand side. I feel like we did that naturally with the card. So I didn't feel like I needed any more over there. So we're going to start gluing, because I'm very confident that this is the arrangement that I would like. And I'm going to just get gluing, and we're going to do a little bit of stitching as well. I love having my sewing machine close by. So I'm going to pop over. It's just to the left of me, in my studio. So it's easy to just put a little stitch in something, and I'm going to do the same thing on these two hearts on that wood grain paper. It's super fun. I love throwing a little stitch in to just add some texture and just a little bit something different than glue. I used my tiny attacher kind of the same way, where it just adds a little bit of fun and interest, even though it's just a staple. But it's almost unexpected. It's not unexpected for us, but if you think, who's going to be looking at these in 40 years? You never know what they would be, if they would be interested to see that we were sewing in our, scrapbook pages. I don't know. I just like the way that it looks. And plus, I like getting use out of my sewing machine, because that girl has not seen fabric in a really long time. We pretty much only play with paper. And here I'm deciding if I want to switch out that Polaroid from the pink to the red. And I did like the red a bit more, and it still totally goes along with the tone on tone. And I'm just so happy that the Bella kit has so many similar colors to issue number 21. So they work really well together. So if you have those two, feel free to mix and match. They work super well together. And I'm just kind of toying around with some things to place inside of that little pocket. I start off with a little ticket, but it feels a little too bold. And then it goes against I was torn at this point. It goes against the tone on tone situation that I wanted, but then there's no green on that left-hand side. And so I was trying to fulfill that by putting some of that over there. So we'll see how it works out in the end. I do find a way to put a little bit of that mint green color down onto the left-hand card or the left-hand side. And again, labels. Do not shy away from labels. They are so versatile. I love them so much. And you can see that I've added a little mint one over there on the green card. And now I'm just going to figure out which exact tones I want to use on that It's a Wonderful Life card, because I do want to add a little bit of something right there on top. I considered this Cozy Clothes 2x2 square from Micah, who designs for our magazine, and those are her beautiful digital art designs. But this particular page was actually not about just cozy clothes. Like, that's going to be saved and reserved for another page, another set of photos. So this one, it just felt like it was just about more tone on tone stuff. And, because the nails are like a tone on tone design and buffalo plaid. So, it didn't really fit. So again, labels, we're going to always be using the labels. And now I'm going to add a few of these little epoxy dots from Felicity Jane. The colors of these are so gorgeous, and I'm just doing some little clusters of 2 or 3, just kind of depending on where it feels like it needs it. And then we're going to get into a little bit of journaling. And I always like to move my notebook pages over to the left-hand side so that my hand has as much flat surface as possible for the journaling. It just makes my handwriting that much neater, and I don't feel like I'm constantly struggling off the edge of a giant notebook. So feel free to move that stuff around. It'd be just like if you took your piece of paper out of your planner or notebook or your album and wrote on a flat surface. So that is kind of key for handwriting for me. But that is going to wrap it up. I really hope that you've enjoyed seeing this little process. I hope that it inspires you to get some pages done, or even if it inspired you to take some photos or try another design trick like tone on tone. I appreciate you guys watching, and we will talk soon. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.